Welcome to Unit 9 of Understanding Womanhood. I am Lady Jane Ndukwe, founder, Genuine Womanhood Initiative, a social reform group that uses etiquette, character modification, and femininity as pathways to establishing true humanity. I am a woman who loves being a woman. Today's topic is Grace Makes the Woman. Now, when you hear people speak of a graceful woman, the picture that comes to mind is as follows: a beautiful woman who walks elegantly, dresses well, speaks softly, smiles sweetly, and is kind. A graceful woman carries herself with respect and is often mindful of the company she keeps and where she goes. You will never see her fighting, quarreling, or using foul language. A graceful woman is a sweet lady that brings a calming effect on those who are able to approach her. Grace is indeed a beautiful spiritual gift endowed upon the woman by her Creator. Grace is a woman's nobility of soul, which is seen through her every look, every movement, and every word that proceeds from her mouth. Grace carries power and greatness for every woman. This is why a graceful woman is respected and honored. Her words are sought after and valued. It is difficult to throw insults at a graceful woman. A person who tries to do so often regrets it or is met with an experience that will cause such a person never to do so again. It should be the prerogative of every woman who wants to be relevant and make an impact to develop herself into becoming graceful. For grace holds a woman's earthly power. Now, we should remember this. A graceful woman is a genuine woman devoid of vanity. Grace cannot be contemplated without purity. Purity is divine, and its earthly concept is chastity. However, chastity is beyond physical virginity, as we often think. Physical virginity without a pure spirit is meaningless. After all, we have some virgins who inwardly lust after men and dream of unspeakable things. We also have virgins who harbor hatred, envy, and the likes. So, chastity goes beyond physical virginity. Now, chastity is the earthly concept of purity, which is divine. Chastity is the endeavor to manifest on earth what is sensed as a reflection of what exists in the divine. Looking at chastity in depth, we will find that chastity speaks of a pure heart that only thinks what is good and noble and acts accordingly. Therefore, to reflect the concept of chastity on earth, we must live in a manner that is truly chaste and pleasing to God. Now the question is, what will constitute a manner that is truly chaste? Number one, we must never harm our fellow human beings that repose trust in us. Number two, we must never do things that will oppress others. Now, trust is very fragile. Once broken, cannot be put in order again. Now, think of the relationships you had in the past where someone betrayed your trust or where you betrayed the trust of another. That relationship was never the same again. A simple key to maintaining a life that is chaste lies in the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, which says, "Love thy neighbor as thyself." Now, in the divine sphere, purity is closely united with love. Therefore, you cannot claim to love someone when you live a life that is not true to what you confess to that person. You cannot claim to love someone when you hold grudges and refuse to truly forgive that person. You cannot claim to love someone when you willfully do things that will hurt another person. Love only does what is best for another. Love is not selfish, it's not manipulative, and it's not boastful. Now, in concluding, grace makes a woman. A female without grace is honestly not worthy of this highest title and honor, woman. It is a dishonor to this highest title, woman, and womanhood at large, when a female being fights publicly and at home, is quarrelsome and argumentative, uses foul language, and shamelessly plays seductively with men, steals, tells lies, hates, and envies another. To be called a woman, a graceful woman, is truly an honor which you and I ought to aspire to attain if we are to bring about positive changes and make the earth homely for all. Only through grace can real woman arise and fulfill her calling on earth. I shall now end with an excerpt from a book I truly value, where I draw my knowledge from. in the light of truth. The Grail Message by Andrew Shea. Grace alone holds true beauty for every age and every physical form, for it makes everything beautiful, because it is the expression of a pure spirit from which it issues. Thank you for taking time to listen to this video. If you've liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and goodbye.